16 RBIs, 17 hits, 10 runs scored, 2 walks to 9 strikeouts and 1 hit by pitch. And how many ever challenges he continues to win, both behind the dish and in the batter's box. He's kind of been the guy that's been at the centerpiece of their offense all year. And I'm not gonna lie, man, if he continues to get that average up, because at one point he got down to like 235, 240. Now he's back up to almost 255 after the last 15 days. Man, if he ends up around 270 at the end of the year with the current pace for home runs and RBIs, he's going to mess around and get some MVP votes with what will be his second consecutive Gold Glove award winning for defense. So, I mean, guys continue to do everything they've asked of him. And I know we've been so big on Carey and Riley the last 2 years, and Torkelson on and off to agree. He's kind of slipped under the radar, and I think he's going to being your guy who's no longer going to hit sixth in the lineup or fifth, but he's going to be hitting third, fourth, fifth religiously, especially as a right-handed bat with all the other lefties that have been producing for the team in Carey and Riley, along with McGonigal, who continues to play everywhere up in the lineup. So at least they've got that still going for them, because if he were to go down or something, the offense would really struggle along with the defense. So, yeah, Dylan Dingler, probably your AL starting catcher for the All-Star game. If it's not, then I demand a revote.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think he's top 10 in RBIs right now. Ideally, I kind of like him at that 5-6 spot, just because I don't know, it's a lot of responsibility to put on a guy that's calling the game and playing top-notch defense. It's difficult to sustain that success at the plate at a position that that demanding. But for the time being, let's just write it out and enjoy it for what it is. Who we got coming up? I feel like we got a pretty stiff schedule coming up. Might have a lot of implications as far as we talk about buying and selling and the trade deadline. I feel like these next couple series should tell a lot.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. Right on the nose. That's why these divisional series were so important. Sure, like at some point they're gonna have to start getting some sweeps purely from a mathematical standpoint, but the fact that they couldn't take, basically, we'll say, it's 1 game difference. We'll say they went 500 in the split, right? Win 2 out of 3 at home, go on the road, you lose 2 out of 3, don't play the third. Those are the ones they have to have, because to your point, as we look ahead here, starting Monday, technically they get an off day today, but Monday they turn around and they play the Astros. The Astros come to town. It'll be Melton against Tang on Monday. Tuesday will be Valdez, his former team, against Hunter Brown. They get their ace back. They announced yesterday he will be starting and activated Tuesday. And then the matinee will be Casey Mize against Lambert. That will be a tough series as they continue to get better after they've had 2 slow starts, I think, last year and this year. Before they turn around off day Thursday, they welcome the White Sox back into town. Scuba will take the first game Friday night against Fetty. Saturday will be Montero against TBD listed for the White Sox, and Sunday will be Melton against their own potential Cy Young candidate in it's either Drew or Doug Martin, who I've had an eye on the last 2 weeks, because his metrics all of a sudden have just jumped up to most of them top 10, 12 in the American League for starters. So another guy that I don't think we were expecting to be a problem. This guy is mowing him down this year. So even though we've got our guy Melton, who we're high on, that's going to be a pivotal series as well. And then a brief look ahead at the end of the month, where they had the Yankees coming to town right after for 3. And then they turn around and they play Houston again for a 4-game set before we look into the 4th of July weekend. So, yes, this is an absolute gauntlet. It's a tall task. They have to go 600 or better in that stretch. I mean, that's the minimum we're looking at here. So, we'll take it game by game. But, a lot of tough games ahead.
Yeah, definitely important just for the simple fact that, this could have AL, wild card implications. We have to win these games and have some level of advantage over these teams, because these are the teams that we're going to be fighting with. The range or not the Rangers, the Astros are currently 4 games out of first place in their division. The Yankees will be battling with Tampa, from now to the foreseeable future. So you want to, try to catch up to these teams, but you also want to have the tiebreaker against those guys. And Houston, you said they started slow. They've been had a lot of injuries. I think Carlos Correa is already out for the season, if I'm not mistaken. But Hunter Brown's back, Joe Hader is back, and Jordan Alvarez is having a hell of a season after missing a ton of time last year with injuries. So Houston, that's a team that just knows how to, retool it. They were able to flip, Cal Tucker for some good assets, and yeah, they always just seem to be in the thick of things. So a lot to contend with over the next couple series, but we're healthier than we've probably ever been in quite some time. Hobbies, shut down for a while, but we do have we have Mize back. Schoolboy will be back. We'll see when's his next start. We didn't even talk about Jack Flaherty, which kind of solves for right now. It kind of solves the issue of having so many starters. JV is going to be back. We'll see. Well, we talked about it. Well, let's talk about it. Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
I don't think did you mention a probable matchup for him?
Well, he would have been Tuesday, but with the game being postponed today, they just moved Mize to Tuesday, and then I would assume then that would mean Verlander would probably pitch in the potentially in that White Sox series, which I would be looking at Montero's spot on Saturday if that's the case, because right now everyone else that's listed, Melton, Valdez, Mize, Skubal, and then Montero would be your fifth. So that would, unless they go to the 6-man, which then if he puts him in Montero's spot Saturday, moves everyone one day or one game beyond that. That would kind of be the other aspect if they wanted to go to a 6-man with only 6 until Flaherty returns. But let's just say it like this, if Flaherty hadn't gotten hurt and they did have that 7, the big talk earlier in the week was, generally speaking, a couple different national writers and those that I don't think Evan Petzold was covering this, but he did release a video, I think on Monday or Tuesday about it. And he said it's probably going to come down to Melton and Montero if they're going to keep Flaherty and JV, and most likely because of how high they're on Melton, and that Montero has served as that long first guy out of the pen before, and very some spot starts in playoffs and whatnot. They're just going to keep him in the back end of the bullpen, or at least as a long reliever. But I'd be interested in doing an opener with JV and capping him at probably like 3 to 4 innings, because as we've mentioned here, he's given up a lot of home runs in rehab starts, like 2, 3, 4 a game, which is totally different than what we saw Skubal do in Low A, West Michigan, where he needed to stay behind and throw more because they weren't expecting him to throw that few pitches. But you know how I am on Montero. I think the right move would be JV in the bullpen, but I just don't think his persona, I'm gonna be a little respectful about it because of what he did in Detroit, but I don't see him accepting a move to the bullpen. And frankly, if they ask Flaherty to do that, I don't know if he's gonna want to, probably because he feels like his time is coming to an end playing wise, considering his struggles. But I would say one of those two would have to go for Montero for me. But as of right now, he looks to be the odd man out if they had 7 healthy starters.
Yeah, I mean, Flaherty, up until the point that he got hurt, I mean, he was starting to look better. But yeah, I mean, between you and JV, just box it out. I don't know. So one of y'all, like, who really, outside of JV's, past, success, obviously, this was a long time ago in Detroit, respect to that. I mean, who can really stand, who can really say that they deserve, like you said, 4 home runs, including I think back-to-back home runs against lower minor league competition. And he's been giving up home runs since spring training. I saw him play in Lakeland against the Yankees, and Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez. Mind you, these are guys that aren't everyday players in New York. We're taking him yard way back when. So, he had a good second half of last year, which gave us all hope. But I don't know. What I proposed, we talked about it. I don't think he's even played. I don't think he's even started a game in Comerica. Maybe that opening series against St. Louis, maybe he started, but I don't even think he's got a chance to even start in front of the Comerica crowd yet. So I'll give him that. And then beyond that, hey, if you're still serving up, batting practice fastballs or batting practice whatever, like, what can we really do here? I mean, are we? I mean, we're still trying to win, kinda, I guess, but yeah, something's got to give. We got, the pitching isn't really the issue. We've got tons of pitching when a guy like Kiter Montero, who's done a lot for us, might be subjected to long relief, but it's more the bats than anything. Let's see what MSU Detroit fan says. Jay-Z, keep in Toledo. I'm sorry. I mean, Jackson Jones, I have no idea what he's done. I think he's doing bullpens at this point. Oh, I missed that one.
Here we go.
Schoolboy, Valdez, Montero, Mize, Melton. Go with that, basically. Okay, so that leaves JV and Flaherty off. I mean, that's the best. Yeah, that's definitely the best lineup. All right, let's go down to the bottom. JV has not played in Detroit yet. He's only played one game against Arizona back in April, and that was it. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I mean, I think you got to – if there's anything that he's obligated –
I think he went 4 innings in that start and got tanked.
Yeah. I think we got swept by Arizona. That rookie that nobody knew of hit a home hit a debut home run against, God knows who, but Corbin Carroll and all those guys. So I think that we do owe it to JV to let him, pitch a home game. But beyond that, hey, I don't know.
The irony would be his start would be a losing start for him would be the one that mathematically eliminates us. That would be like gruesomely poetic. As he flames out, he ends our season and we just go poof in the night. Sounds, morbid or whatever, but I mean, that's just, he just can't go through the lineup more than twice. He just can't. I mean, he's shown that even to your point, these young guys who did not see him 10 years ago, probably even as a kid, they were that young. They probably don't realize prime JV from 2007 or 8 through 2014, 15, 16, that run that he had. Just on video, they weren't alive really to take that in. So they're not scared of this guy who's throwing 88 to 92. Like, yeah, sure.
Right.
Okay.
They're like,
so I saw in high school.
Right. Their dad's like, oh, you're playing against JV. He's like, are you sure this is the same guy? It looks pretty easy to me. MSU Detroit fan says he was supposed to play in St. Louis series right before when it was announced he was injured and has been maybe this day since. That's when Kiter Montero came. Yeah. Because I think JV ended up catching the first pitch, whoever threw that out. And the next thing we knew, he was on the IL and, banished for the next 60 days or whatever it was, because he's been gone for a grip since April. So, April, probably close to 60 days. So, MSU Detroit fan got no love for JV. Damn, I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I will just say subscribe to the channel. We cover the Tigers every Sunday. And subscribe to Bleacher Speakers as well as Corner to Copa. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but we are already at an hour. I apologize to everybody for the technical difficulties. We got it together though. The lag is gone, and we rocked it out. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this week, which is I feel like what I've been saying for the last month. But any closing words before we get up out of here?
I hate the New York Knicks. That is all.
You know my twins on that team, right? We out of here.
Yeah.
Get your lick back. If a nugget do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat.